potato curry.
Is potato.
Oh, okay.
Bring it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Can I have 2 chicken and 2 beef? Thank you.
No, right now it's not spicy.
But then it can be.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Wow. I don't know how I feel about that. It is Saturday night right now, and tonight would be the last night for the night market in Gaya. Tomorrow morning is the Sunday morning market, which I'm going to go to too, but tonight I want to show you guys the night market there and all the different food they have. I want to sample a little bit of it because this is probably going to be the last time that I really indulge on a feast of street food. So we're going to go down to the Gaya Street. The area there is where the food market is. I just need to order a grab, so I'll see you guys when I get down there. Alright guys, I've just entered the night market here. I think it's called Api Api or Gaya Street Night Market. I saw it on the sign over there. Lots of people here already, and it's only 7:30 at night, but there's a lot of good stuff to have. I have to decide what I want. I'm kind of thinking about maybe getting a ramly burger to start, or maybe some noodles. I don't really know. What is this here? Oh look, nasi lemak. One thing I'm trying to avoid not to have just yet is the liquid, the drinks, because if I have that, that'll just fill me up immediately, and I don't want that. So maybe after. So you have beef burger and chicken, huh?
Yeah, beef, chicken.
How much?
9. Beef, chicken, 9.
9?
9.
Okay, they're both the same price.
Okay.
Not yet. I'm just looking. Thank you. Samosa.
Yeah, samosa, potato curry.
What is kentang?
Potato curry.
Oh, potato
Kentang
curry.
is potato.
Oh, okay. It's 2 ringgit for
3 pieces.
3 pieces. Oh wow, it's a lot. Okay, I'll have some, please. And lobak is, what's lobak?
Carrot.
Ah, carrot. Okay, vegetable.
Bring it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Welcome.
Chai with egg?
Chai, yes. How many?
Just one.
One on egg. Chai. Okay, thank you.
All right, I just picked up a few things here. Gotta find a place to sit down and eat it, find out where everyone's sitting, because a lot of people are just walking. So, all right, well, there's not really any easy way to do this, because most of the people are just sitting on the concrete or on the flat ground here, and it doesn't really work out with the camera. I'd have to like lay on my stomach to be eye level. So instead, there's this little curve that I'm kind of like sitting on and pointing the camera up here. But anyways, I got 2 things. The first thing here is a chive bun with egg. It looked very, very tempting. It was only $2.50, and they were cooking them very fresh. Now it looks like something that you would have like as like red bean paste or something, but holy shit! Wow. Okay, it's hot. It's fresh. But 2.5 ringgit for this. Like I said, this is kind of awkward in how I'm trying to do this, but oh my god, I can't even hold it. All right, gotta let it cool down. Hold on a second. The first thing I actually picked up was some stand with 2 women working, and they were selling popia and samosa. And she said this samosa is with potato and curry, I believe. A curry and potato samosa. 3 of them for 2 ringgit, so that's a very good deal. I don't need to eat all 3 of these, so what I'm gonna do is try one. This is what it looks like. It's like a triangle. You can definitely see it is very greasy. Super, super greasy. But let's dig right in. Definitely potato-y, wow. Interesting thing is, so the interesting thing about this is that it's not chunks of potato, it's already mashed, and it's mashed perfectly. And less of the heat when they were cooking it. mashed it up, but it's really, really tasty. A little hint of sweetness. Maybe it's a sweet potato, I'm not really sure. But not a whole lot of curry in there because it's not very spicy and I don't really taste that curry. But then again, there's so many curries in the world. Maybe it's a curry that I'm not familiar with, and that taste that I'm tasting is actually the curry. Wow, that is super, super good. Excellent start to the video here. Now, I want to say, I was gonna get a ramly, right? I asked this guy, oh, how much for the ramly? It was a chicken one and a beef one. And he said they were both $9. That does not seem right because I saw other booths that were selling it for cheaper and his didn't even have a price displayed. I don't know, maybe it's very popular or something, but 9 ringgit for a ramly that has been cooked for a while and is just sitting there, I can't do it. So I moved on. But yeah, the other place I was saying is this one here. They're selling these buns. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm gonna open it up. You can see here, there's, oh wow, lots of like chives in there. Oh, it's so hot, I gotta like let it air out. The way I opened it looks like Pac-Man right now, but let's just split it right here and let's try to go for it. Really, really bready. This side, I don't think it has much egg in it, but there's a little bit of egg. There's a whole lot of chive in it. And honestly, this bread, it reminds me of like a pita, if you've ever had a pita. It is really good, wow. Now the problem is this stuff is very greasy. I don't have any napkins, they didn't give you any napkins, but the price of this here was, for one chive bun with egg, $2.50. So very, very affordable. Oh man, I'm making a mess. All right, I'm gonna eat this and then get back in there and find something else. Look at, you can see a Transformers outfit here. There's actually a lot of people in like cosplay uniforms that are attracting children to take photos and even adults, and it's a source of income for them. But this one looks like some sort of Transformer, maybe it's like Bumblebee. It looks a little yellow, a little orange, not really sure. But it is very lively. This is a very family-friendly place, so let's get in there and see what else we can get into. Can I have 2 chicken and 2 beef? Okay. Coffee inside. Oh yes, please. Thank you. I found another place to sit down. I grabbed something else. Satay. I believe this is the satay with the peanut sauce in here. You can see it's very brown colored and it's pretty runny. This one's very runny. Not as thick as other ones I think I've seen. But I got 2 chicken and 2 beef. So it's very, very hot. So let's try this out here. Hopefully not make a mess. Dip it in there. This is the chicken one. Wow. Who would have thought peanut sauce goes well with meat? I would have not thought that, but that's the thing here, and it's actually pretty damn good. This chicken's sliced very thinly. Sliced very thin. Wow. I don't know how people eat this in the bag though. It's like, when you get to this part and you go to dip it back in the bag, you just cut a hole through that. So how do people do it? Do they just shake it all up or something? I'm kind of confused. I did something wrong. I feel like you have to do this. Just like mix it all up onto the meat. Maybe this is like the real way to do it. I have no idea. I haven't seen anyone really eat it, so I can't really tell you. But it'd be easier if you had the sauce on a container and you just take the meat out of the bag and then dip it. All right, so that's the chicken there. The chicken skewer is 1.20 ringgit per one, so very, very affordable. Standard price, I think, as well. Realistically, the hardest part about this is just the sitting position, because on the ground here, it's not so comfortable. I'm surprised they don't have many tables around. I guess that's because everyone would be sitting and not actually eating. Wow, super, super tasty satay. That peanut sauce makes a world of a difference. Without it, it's just not as good. And the peanut sauce is not spicy, it's a sweet sauce, so it's nice to have something different after always eating spicy sauce. But here's the beef one. The beef skewer is 1.5 ringgit, so it's a little bit more. That's because of beef. Oh wow. I went double skewer at once. Super, super juicy. It's just dripping now. Wow. Meat's a little bit fatty. I don't know, might be like 80-20 beef, who knows? But I'll tell you what, I've only been out here for like 30 minutes and I'm sweating. It's so humid. Again, no napkins, so I don't know how people do it. I should have brought my own. Last beef skewer here. Four beef skewers there for less than 6 ringgit. Very, very good. 4 skewers, 2 beef, 2 chicken.
Don't even think I'll make you try to stay. But baby, when it all you done it now, it's where you want to stay. And now to all this time you still want, you're still the good for nothing. I don't know. So I cannot deny you.
Mau kan dah ada benda tu.
Hello.
Yeah,
What is this?
it's a meatball.
Oh, meatball.
Yes.
Oh, wow. It's spicy?
No, right now it's not spicy.
But then it can be.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have just 5 pieces?
Sure. You want a spicy?
Yeah, a little spicy, please. What is it called?
Yeah.
What's the meatball called?
Pentolan.
Pentolan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Alright guys, I found a place to sit down in the middle of the street market, a bench that was luckily free, but I did just pick up something else. These are called, I believe, pentolan. I'm trying to do this one-handed, it's a little bit difficult, but they're basically meatballs, is what the guy told me. And I ordered 5 of them for 3 ringgit and he gave me an extra. How lucky. Wow, that's an interesting meatball. I've never had a meatball that tasted like that. That is completely different than anything I've ever had before. But I was watching them, they were like made in this like, I don't know, cauldron thing, this like boiling pot. And then he pulled them up to the top and then he served them. But it's so interesting because, I don't know, maybe it's a chicken meatball. It doesn't have that meatball consistency that I'm used to. It's a bit slimy, like the texture, but it's pretty good. But I asked him for spicy. I said just a little bit, and it's freaking spicy. Wow. It's almost like a fish ball. I'm trying to avoid this from dripping on me. But you get 5 of them for 3 ringgit, which is a super, super good deal. Wow. But there's so many people here. Everyone's eating. People are trying to find places to eat. I think somebody wants to sit next to me and they're afraid because of the camera. But super, super tasty. Wow. This would actually be a very good road trip snack because you can just stick the cup in the cup holder of the car and then just eat meatballs on the go. especially if you order 10 of them or 15 of them. I think they were selling big portions of them. But tell you what, this hot food, it's making me sweat. Now, one thing I want to say is this street is very interesting because on the outer limits of the street are all restaurants. So you can sit down and eat at a restaurant, or you can get street food and walk around. There's plenty of options here. Plenty of options from local food, sweet food, salty food, and then of course you have your Western twist, your Western mix with like fries and cheese dogs, mozzarella sticks, everything. Wow. Wow, that one was a bit spicy. It's got my nose dripping. My tongue is on fire. I think it's time for a drink. I don't know which one. I want to try something different. But I'm looking for a garbage to throw this away. There's not many garbages like all over the place. Well, ever since I got here, this stall has been busy with a huge crowd, a huge line. Must be very popular. Can I have this one, please?
Which size?
Small. Looks like Kool-Aid. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. What makes it blue?
Yes.
What makes it blue?
This one's mixed fruits with soda.
Oh, with soda?
Yeah, soda.
Okay, thank you. All right, guys, I'll tell you what, that place is getting insanely crowded. It's just 8:30 right now, and more people are showing up that it's getting hard to walk and lines are getting longer, but it's a very, very cool place with so much good food. There was some other things that I really wanted to try, but I've decided to hold off for now, maybe after. I did just pick up this juice here, this blue juice. Now, if you watch some of the other videos, I have had blue before, but I was wondering, like, is this one the same kind or is it a little bit different? Because last time the other one I had looked a little bit different than this. And I was asking this lady, what makes it blue? And she said it's just a mix of a bunch of fruit, like berries, I guess, and soda water. So let's try it out. Okay, it's got a little slight soda taste to it, but no carbonation at all, really. But, wow, 3 ringgit for this right here. I only got a small because them big ones, they're so big and there's so much liquid sugar in there that they absolutely fill you up, and it is no good for you. Unless you don't plan on eating, then it's all right. But this is nice because it's ice cold. Super refreshing, but I've literally just come outside of the street right here to sit on this bench because I need a place to sit down. I'm not Asian, I can't really do the whole squat in the ground for too long, otherwise I feel like my knees get stuck and then I don't get back up. But so far, I'm digging it. It's a very good place. A lot of the people are very friendly. You can ask them questions and they'll answer you and they'll tell you about the food and all that. But it's just hectic, so you can't really linger around for too long. Alright guys, well, I've been chilling out for about 30 minutes and I think I'm gonna head back into this night market, get one more thing. I think it's all my stomach's gonna handle tonight. Don't want to overeat too much, but I'm looking for something different, you know? Maybe a Ramly burger. I saw that they had Ramly burgers, but they're crispy burgers. Sounds really delicious. Maybe some sort of meat with rice, maybe some noodle dish. I don't know, I'm gonna walk in, see what I can find, take one more good look. I'm telling you, earlier I saw this crispy burger and I don't know, maybe it's sold out, I can't find it. Might have to get rice. You said that's brownie?
Yeah, brownie.
Okay, how much?
9.
9.
Ready?
This is yours. Corn. Corn. You know tamales?
Oh, tamales.
Yeah, but this Malaysian tamales.
Malaysian version.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. You eat it at any time of the day?
What?
Breakfast, dinner?
Yeah, breakfast, dinner,
Okay.
anytime.
Wow. How much is that?
5 ringgits only.
Oh, for the small?
Yeah.
Or big? Wow. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
All right.
Look at that. I found all the garbages. They have all the garbages like 1 block away from the street. The street's over there. The garbages are over here. Why? I don't know. Wow, guys. That market was wild. Insanely busy. I had to leave there because it was just crowded. The music was blasting. It wasn't really the right setting for creating a video. I mean, it's better just to pick food up and go elsewhere and then eat it like I was doing. And actually, I just enjoyed some time just walking around and just checking out the scenery and whatnot. But eventually I decided to leave. So I picked up something. I did find that burger I was talking about. It's a crispy burger. They were selling it in chicken form and in beef. And I decided to go for the beef one. It's super interesting because you can see it here. All they did, I think, is they deep fried the bun for just like maybe 20 seconds. And so it's not super crispy, but it's definitely saturated in oil. But I did go for the beef option rather than the chicken. It's loaded with cheese. She asked me if I wanted cheese, and I asked her if it was spicy. She said yes. It looks pretty good. It does look like it's gonna give me a heart attack. It's been a little while, so it's a bit soggy, but it is what it is. For 6 ringgit, beef or chicken. Let's see how it goes. I think it's cabbage on it. Interesting. Wow. I don't know how I feel about that. Super deep fried. It's like so saturated in oil. To be completely honest, all I really taste is oil. Barely taste any of the beef or the condiments. But I do like the idea of it. Deep fried burger. It sounds interesting. Super like, I don't know, fried fast food type of. I don't even know what to say about this. This is just the strangest thing ever. This has to be the strangest burger I've ever tried in my life. Definitely. Not terrible. Not the best. Just basic. But creative level is pretty high. Also, the lady that was selling it, she was super friendly, so it was hard to even communicate because the person behind her was just blasting the speaker, and really difficult to talk on camera or anything like that, but it is what it is. So that's the burger there. It's decent. The other thing I got here is the sweet, and it looks like it exploded and melted while it was in my bag. So let's see. There was this woman and this man, maybe husband and wife or something, but they had their own sweets, and they were like pies, and man, did they look good. Oh my god. Look at that. This is chocolate brownie. Wow. It was so hot out though that it was just melting so quick. So I think they wanted to sell them too as quick as they could. But man, does this look good. Let's dig into this because I couldn't turn this down. I was eyeballing it and I said, all right, I have to do it. 9 ringgit for a chocolate brownie cake with a Kit Kat on top. Something hard. And just, there's like plastic in it. What the hell? Why is there plastic in it? I don't know what that is about, but a little tiny piece of plastic was in that pie. I thought I broke my tooth. Wow. All right, let's try again. Plastic free. My God, that is so rich in flavor. Bit pricey maybe, but it's chocolate pie, like, or chocolate cake. My God, it's so good. I think I'm gonna put this in the fridge and save this and eat it over the next couple days and get my 9 ringgit. It'll be worth it. Well, I'm gonna end the video right where I started it. It was a very, very good Saturday night here in Kota Kinabalu, checking out the night market. Now let me tell you, there are people there from everywhere. Actually, when I was speaking with my Grab driver, he was telling me a lot of the people that are coming right now are people from Europe, people from Korea, people from the local countries right around here, and some other places as well. But I could definitely say there was a lot of tourists there, for sure, a lot, and a lot of local people, a lot of families. It's a really cool place to hang out. I think Friday, Saturday night, just be prepared. It's very crowded, especially I think after 8 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it's a little bit more quiet because the heat is still up there, but it's still, you know, cooling down. But there's so much to eat, so much to try. Now, I tried so much different food, I feel like, but barely anything actually. And I think the total amount I spent is something like, I don't know, 30.9 ringgit or something, 31 ringgit. So very affordable too, actually. You can eat a lot for a small price. And the problem is, you just don't have enough time, enough room in your stomach to try everything. That's the sad part about it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Oh, another flight. I could quickly say that I hear these planes all day, every day so far, and I'm even outside and I see them go over me. The local people, they don't even flinch because they are so used to the airport being so close and the planes flying over. But for me, every time I'm just like, wow, so cool. But for them, it's just like, it's nothing. It's so funny. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm trying to keep my voice down because I got roommates in the other rooms over here and I don't want to be too loud. Actually, there's one right there, somebody's in their room. But that's going to be it for this video, this night tour here in Kota Kinabalu. If you come here, check it out. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video here in Kota Kinabalu. So peace.